What up, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back. So I think this situation is super sad, and it just shows the type of character that a lot of corporations have. This is not the first, nor will it be the last time that something like this happens, because corporations don't they don't want you to get tips like that. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I always say I don't think it's nothing wrong with jobs, but I think it's everything wrong with staying at a job and never owning anything. I'm going to say this again. I don't think it's nothing wrong with jobs. There's nothing wrong with corporate. It's everything wrong with staying at a job or staying in corporate and never owning anything, right? And this is why I say stuff like this, and this is why I truly believe that this is why they had to return Tyler Perry's gifts. If you're not familiar with the story, first and foremost, Tyler Perry was passing through an Atlanta airport, and Tyler Perry decided, I'm going to gift each worker that I see $1,000 gift card, right? I'm going to gift them $1,000 because I appreciate them when I come through this airport, right? And off the rip, you thinking, oh wow, that's so generous. He ended up giving out $250,000 to that airport, and I believe that was Friday. Right after that, they were ordered to return the gift cards. They were ordered to return the gift cards. So TSA workers asked to return $1,000 gift cards given out by Tyler Perry at Atlanta Airport. Some workers had already started using the gift cards Perry gave them, and it's unclear whether they will be obligated to pay back the money they already used. Transportation Security Administration workers at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport were asked to return gift cards distributed by representatives of Tyler Perry, according to multiple sources familiar with the situation. Sources said Perry initially went to the airport with cash in an effort to provide financial assistance to TSA workers who have been working without pay for several weeks amidst an ongoing government shutdown. And I didn't know this part. I didn't know that they already weren't being paid. He was told that federal rules prohibit TSA employees from accepting direct cash gifts. Members of Perry's team later returned with gift cards after reaching out to airport officials about alternative ways to help. Over the weekend, TSA workers who received the gift cards were contacted and told they would need to return them, sources said. The gift cards were valued at $1,000 each, according to those familiar with the distribution. Sources told 11 Alive the gift was a huge morale booster at the airport as he tried to ease some of the financial strain on workers during the government shutdown. Perry tried to hand out money on Thursday, but that was denied immediately due to the rules on certain restrictions. So listen, man. Sources said representatives for Perry worked through management, human resources, and legal channels before returning to the airport to distribute the gift cards to TSA employees. I went through management. I went through human resources. I went through all the legal channels and did it properly. After I came and tried to give money. You know what I'm saying? After I came and tried to give money, I went through all the legal processes that I need to go to see if it's cool. Even after that, nah, y'all gotta return this shit. Y'all gotta return this shit. However, the airport's federal security director later raised concerns about the distribution, according to those familiar with the situation. Sources noted the development has created challenges for some workers, as portions of the funds may have already been used. They will now be forced to hand back any gift cards they received from Perry. TSA employees have been working for more than 6 weeks without pay, and some workers have reported difficulties covering basic expenses during that time. Most Transportation Safety Administration officers received a chunk of their back pay on Monday for working during the shutdown, the agency said. And this is why I say, and I'm going to continue to say it, I'm going to say it again. There's nothing wrong with a job. There's everything wrong with not owning anything, right? People get it twisted, and people love to say, oh, I'm not the business type. That's not my thing. Oh, well, I'm a corporate guy. I'm a corporate girl. I don't care about starting a business. I don't care about ownership. Until some goofy shit like this happens. And it happens frequently. Things like this, right? For one, the fact that TSA received a tip. That's all it was a tip. Oh, thank you. Thank you for what you do, right? But also I'm trying to look out for y'all because of what you're going through. The fact that they got extra money, the corporation within itself, oh, well, nah, you can't do that. We not paying y'all for a reason. And people will still sit up there and say, well, it is what it is. I got to pay my bills. It is what it is. Still. And that's my thing. But the real reason why I truly think that the corporation wouldn't let them accept the gifts is because corporations do this. I'm going to show you. You work for me. I'm going to show you. Right? If I shut this shit down, I'm going to show you how much I can control you. Right? So this is a control. This is the real reason. This is a control thing that corporations do, that bosses do. Hey, listen, I can control what you take home. I can control how much you take home. I can control if you want to make more money or not. You're not going to make it through here. You know what I'm saying? That's like a slave saying, hey, well, you know, I'm just trying to get as much as I can. I'm doing my job. I'm doing what I'm supposed to. No, you can't get no extras. I don't care if they try to give you some extra little food, you can't get no extras because I said so. You know what I'm saying? That's a control mechanism. And what people don't understand is that when you don't own shit, right? Owning shit could be, I take my money from my job and I create a side hustle that makes me extra income. I take money from my job, I buy a piece of property that makes me extra income. I take money from my job, I buy this that makes me extra income. I got a car that I rent out or whatever it may be. I make money from my job, I go and buy some stocks or whatever you do, right? It's nothing wrong with having a job. It's everything wrong with never owning anything. It's nothing wrong with having a job. It's everything wrong with not owning nothing, right? People don't understand that shit. Oh, well, nah, that's not my thing. Nah, I'm not into that. I'm cool. Be cool. But at the end of the day, when shit like this happens, where you can have somebody say, you can't get this tip. You can't get these extra hours. And you sitting back, oh, well, like, damn, what I'm going to do? This bill's due, that bill's due, this bill. They ain't paid us for a long time. What we going to do? Besides sit back and look dumb. That's all you can do. And that's why I say, I hate when people try to make it seem like having a business or having ownership of things is not an extremely smart thing to do. Whether you say I'm a business person or not. And I always say, a business person, a businessman, businesswoman is just a person that wants extras on top of shit. That's it. That's the person that says, well, shit, if they gonna pay me $3 grand or $5 grand or $10 grand, that's all they gonna pay me. But I want to make 20 or 50 or 100. I gotta find ways to create income. That's all. That's all. That's a person that says I want extras out of life. That's it, right? So, most corporate people go and say, shit, what I went to school for ranges to this. It starts at 60 and goes up to 150. That's the most I'll ever make. And I'm okay with that. Because at 150 I can do what I want to do for the most part. And they never say, you know what about if I crack 150 and go to 200 or 300 or 400 or 500 or whatever, right? They think in their head, most people, not everybody, but most people that's in corporate think that's not a possibility. Nah, that's you dreaming now. It takes too much work to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's all about security. And if you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for your kids. Do it for your loved ones. Because shit like this, it'll have you fucked up. Because at the end of the day, it's like, shit, well, how can I pay my bills? How can I move my family ahead if I'm only making this and they're not paying me? Then we finally get a tip from somebody that sees, well, damn, they going through it. And I use the money, I spend it. Let's say I spend it paying my rent or whatever it may be. Then I gotta pay it back. So, like I said, man, I wanna send a huge shout out to Tyler Perry first and foremost, man. Huge shout out to Tyler Perry. Huge shout out. But I urge everybody that's in corporate, everybody that works for companies, and always say this, like I'm gonna tell you, like I tell all my friends and family, whether you do it, whether you don't, it ain't gonna affect nobody but you and your kids. I don't have no you and your niece and nephews. I don't got no you and your family. Oh well, whoever's looking up to you, it's only gonna affect you and them. That's it. So however you try to position it, oh well, nah, I'm cool. I'm okay where I'm at. I don't need all of that. I don't need, people love to. I don't need it. It's too much. I'm okay with a basic lifestyle. It's great until you can't pay your bills, right? Sounds good. Until you can't pass nothing to your people. Sounds great. You know what I'm saying? And I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Right? I have this argument with my people all the time. I don't care what nobody say. It is extremely selfish to just think about you in life. If you're living your life just thinking about if Andre's gonna be okay, I don't give a fuck what you're selfish as fuck. You're one of the most selfish people on earth. I don't care what you tell yourself. Argue with your mama. I'm being honest with you, right? Why? Because when you're just focused on self, you're like, I don't need all of this. I don't need to go over and beyond. I don't need to push for extra. I don't need to do that because Andre's okay. You don't think, well, if Andre does this, then so-and-so will be in a better position. If Andre does this, it'll inspire so-and-so. If Andre does this, so-and-so will have a better opportunity. If Andre does this, then so-and-so will have more resources. So when I pass the baton, I always say, Nipsey used to always be like, life is a marathon, it's a marathon, it's a marathon. It's a marathon, but it's also a relay. So when you pass that baton off, did you go as hard as you could have went in life? When you pass the baton off, did you get your people ahead or did you slow them up? Let's keep it 1,000. We gotta start calling a spade a spade. Did you get your people ahead or did you slow them down? You could say to yourself, oh, I don't think like that. I'm just trying to get day by day. I hear so many excuses, it's fucking sad. Oh, day by day. Oh, all I need is if I can just get by. Like all that goofy ass shit y'all been telling yourself for years is ridiculous. Especially as a man. As a woman, I give you more grace because you are a woman. You know what I'm saying? And I say that to say men's supposed to be the hunters. Men's supposed to be the one that's going to get out and really do the dirty work to make it happen. Women should too, for sure. I think women should too, because if you're just depending on a woman or a man to take care of you, that may happen for you. It may not happen for you. A man may come and take care of you, or it may not happen. And if it hasn't happened, or even if it is happening, and you're still not saying to yourself, what if something goes wrong here? Whether we break up, whether we get a divorce, whether, he gets sick, whether, something happens. And you're not saying to yourself, I'm going to be okay and I'm going to be able to take care of our family. If something happens to this man, you're fucking foolish. I don't care what you tell yourself. I'm being honest. Because at the end of the day, you're fully depending on someone else. And I just don't think that's smart. Me personally. Again, people love to argue, oh, well, everybody's not. I didn't heard people say a million things about why ownership is not that important. Right? I didn't heard people say a million things. And these are the same people when it takes one mishap to go wrong. These are the same people that's like, oh man, if I just had an extra $1,000, then I'll be, if I had an extra 5,000, I'll be, if I, you're not prepared. So at the end of the day, not to get off subject, I think that this is a situation it's in everybody's faces. We see it. It's all over social media. And we can take a couple things from this situation, or we can take nothing. Most people will take nothing from this situation. They'll say, hey, well, that's fucked up. But that doesn't happen all the time. So it is what it is. Right? And they'll take nothing, no gain, no nothing from this situation. They'll see it and they'll be like, well, damn, that's messed up. And they'll go back to working their job. And not opening their eyes to say, damn, this could happen to me. This could happen to me. You know what I'm saying? I should see this and prepare myself to be like, damn, what if? You know what I'm saying? Again, I go back to say it again. I don't think nothing is wrong with a job. I think everything is wrong with never owning anything. Because if something happens with that job, what do you have? Well, I can just go find another job. Yeah. Then I just watched the movie, the Jackson 5 movie, right? And in the movie, in the beginning of the movie, where Joseph, the dad, he was working, he had all these kids, he's working and shit, and he gets laid off. And he goes through this whole span of time where he's not working. So he's like, damn, like, how are we going to eat? I'm going to feed these kids or whatever. Now, through that, it worked out for him, right? Because obviously he ended up hustling up some money, got some instruments for the kids, and the rest is history, right? They became the Jacksons. But within that, most people go through that work in corporate, right? Boom, I get laid off for whatever reason. Now this whole span of time, I don't have any income, right? So I start falling into destitution if I don't have a savings, right? But even that savings starts getting dwindled away. It's not until you say to yourself, well, damn, let me keep a stream of something coming in. That's what business is. Business is not, oh, that ain't for me. That ain't for me. Again, when people say that shit, it irks me so much, because those are always the people that's like, damn, I don't know what I'm gonna do. This one thing happened. I don't know what I'm gonna do, y'all. I'm out. And they borrow and shit like that, right? Again, I think that this situation, I'm already a business person, right? But I think this specific situation made me say, damn, it's why I constantly hustle, and why I constantly move, and why I constantly build something, why I constantly educate myself, why I constantly be like on the go of like, hey, look, because you never know when something like this can happen. right? You never know when, damn, this one thing came up. Damn, what am I do? You know what I'm saying? Like, they laid me off. Oh shit, what am I do? I've been in those situations before. I told myself I'm never gonna let it happen again. You know what I'm saying? So with this situation, like I said, it just made me look at that from a different perspective. And I truly believe that the corporation within itself said, you know what? We gonna show y'all. We said no tips. We gonna show y'all. You know what I'm saying? I hate when businesses say, oh well, you know, you can't, we don't do no tips. You can't get no tips. It's like, bro, you not paying them shit like that. And see, as a 9 to 5 person, or as a person that works in corporate, you might think you making good money, but it's compared to what the company's making. You're making this company all this money, and they're paying you pennies, right? So essentially, on the other side, what they're saying is, man, I'm not worried about what y'all want to, what extra money y'all want to make. Oh, you want to buy a house? I don't give a fuck. Get the job done. I'm trying to get the job done at the lowest cost possible. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get a job done at the lowest cost possible. So I don't care about you getting a tip and you want to get a tip and you want extra money because your bill's behind. That's not my concern. And it's not. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Because that's your business. But it takes the person, the individual, to say, I got to prepare myself. So if you take nothing away from this video, take this. Things like this happen. Life is sometimes unpredictable. Prepare yourself for when things like this happen. One time for Tyler Perry for saying, hey, look, I see something. I think that's messed up that they're not getting paid. I'm gonna do what I can do to help. You know what I'm saying? One time for him, but also for the people that's going through that within this, the TSA agents, but people that's going through shit like this in general. If you work a 9 to 5, if you're a corporate person, as people say, that's fine, right? But keep in the back of your head, something can go wrong. I could lose a job, something like this can happen, whatever, right? Prepare yourself for just in case. You know what I'm saying? So if the job is not paying you a lot, take a little bit of that money, fuck them shoes. Take a little bit of that money, fuck them clothes. Take a little bit of that money, fuck the vacation. I know you want to go to Cabo because you've been working all. Put that aside for a second. Take the money and go buy you a little something. If that means that that's a piece of property, they got income coming in, or you in the process of you gonna flip the property. If that means, hey, I'm gonna go buy some stocks. If that means, hey, I'm gonna go buy some gold or whatever. If that means, hey, I'm gonna go buy a laptop, and on my free time I'm gonna do content, so that I got another stream of money coming in outside of my main shit, then that's what that is. You can buy a used MacBook for $400. You know what I'm saying? If you don't take nothing else away from this video, take that. Take that, and don't be the person that goes and says, "Oh no, I'm not into that. I don't do business. I'm cool. Their businesses fail and all that dumbass shit that you tell yourself." It's because it sounds cool until the bill got to get paid. It sounds cool until you like, damn, like you done made how much off the business? Damn. I'm not saying, and I'm gonna say this again, there's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5. There's everything wrong with never owning anything. There's everything wrong with that. Because you can't look back and be like, damn, over the years, I didn't put money into this, that, and this, whatever it may be. I didn't put me a little, I didn't have an extra hustle, and now that go into an account that I'm not even paying attention to for real. You know what I'm saying? This is my main shit, but then, damn, I did this. Now I got an extra whatever over here because I just wanted to start something on the side. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? So as always, man, I appreciate the love and support. Appreciate y'all watching. Let me know how y'all feel about it in the comments, man. Do y'all feel like the corporation was wrong for that? Y'all feel like should they allow people to get tips? Should they allow people to get cash tips or whatever it may be? Or do y'all think it's like, nah, you get paid enough. You know what I'm saying? Let me know in the comments. As always, man, thank you for the support. Appreciate y'all watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and catch you on the next one.